Hi, I'm Poojan, the founder of ClickCatalyst. ClickCatalyst is a Google Ads analytics and optimization platform for solo marketers and small agencies running paid campaigns. Today, I am demonstrating three Google API scopes my application needs, which are Tag Manager Read Only Access, Merchant Center API Access, and Data Manager API Access. Each is requested incrementally only when the user opens a specific feature that needs it. So this is the landing page, and they can come into the main product which we have while going to the hub. Here is where they would be asked to sign in with Google's OAuth. So when user first signs in, we only ask for the basic scopes already verified for this application, which are Google Ads and Google Analytics, Read Access. This is what powers the core dashboard. Um, so after signing in, the user lands on their dashboard hub page where they can go and add their console with the Google Ads and Google Analytics property ID and customer ID, which they have access to with regards to the OAuth, and that they can go to the console. So this is actually a dashboard selector. From here, they can access three different features that each request one additional scope when needed. Let me walk through all three. The first feature we will talk about is integrity monitor. So this is a tracking diagnostic tool. It checks whether the user's website is correctly sending data to their Google Ads and Analytics account. If the user has Google Tags Manager installed, we can give them much more accurate diagnostics by reading their GTM container. Uh, Notice that the rest of the page is fully usable without this permission. Tag Manager access is purely additive. It gives a deeper diagnostics. We never block the users from using other parts of the tool. Specifically for this module, we are asking for read-only access. We never modify the user's tags, never publish changes, never write anything to their GTM container. So this is where, as soon as they come on to integrity monitor module, we ask for the permission for tag manager. When the user accepts it, Google now shows the consent screen. Notice, so this is where I'm selecting the account again, same account. This is not verified, that's why it's sort of showing the screen. The privacy policies and terms of service are also updated with regards to this permissions. So notice only the tag manager scope is being added to the user's existing grants. Their Google Ads and Analytics permissions stay exactly as they were. So this is where we would press continue. So after consent, we silently fetch the list of containers. If a container is found, we read the tag configuration to detect issues. For example, a missing GA4 tag, a purchase tag firing on the wrong trigger, or a purchase event missing its revenue mapping. These findings are surfaced to the user with the platform specific fix instructions. This data, so I'm going to scan it. So this data is used to generate diagnostics for the specific user. We do not store the raw container configuration permanently. Only the audit findings are cached. With a 24-hour expiry, the user can revoke access at any time from their Google account settings. So now going back to the dashboard selector, we'll talk about the second feature. Second feature is the campaign wizard. So when the user sort of, you know, when user wants to launch a Google Shopping campaign, they need to connect their Google Merchant account, because shopping ads pull product data from Merchant Center, not from Google Ads directly. So uh, here is here we ask the user for their Merchant Center ID. I'm gonna quickly get that Merchant Center ID from my account. So when they click connect, our backend tries to register access via the merchant API API. If the user hasn't yet granted the content scope, the API returns a permission error. This is the permission error which is showing up, and we surface this clearly with the warning panel you see now. So this is intentional. We don't preemptly ask for the scope. We only ask for the user has shown clear intent to use merchant feature by entering the ID and clicking connect. So again, only the new scope. Again, with the privacy feature, again only the new scope on top of the existing scopes is being asked, is been requested. The user keeps their existing grants. After consent, we automatically retry the connection. So once connected, we fetch a preview of the user's catalog, uh, so they can confirm the right account is connected. This data, product titles, prices, images, is used only to display this preview in the wizard. It's not stored beyond the session. We use the merchant API solely to register the user's account with their Google Ads account, so shopping campaigns can reference the product feed. We do not modify the product data, do not create or edit feeds, and do not access any business or financial information beyond what's required to confirm the account link. So they can continue to setting up their account, adding the location and then creatives for the ad, and then reviewing the final account. So that was the second feature. Now coming to the hub back, and this is the dashboard selector again. So for the third feature, is within the audience OS module. User this is where users can see their first party audience list synced to Google Ads and upload CRM data to build new customer match audiences. Same incremental pattern. So here also, the before they do anything to use the data manager API, they need to grant the access. So same incremental pattern. Without the data manager scope, the user sees an explainer of what they will unlock. Match rates of the CRM list, segment sizes and targeting strategies, recommendation. The rest of the page remains accessible. The scope code is shown explicitly as I showed you earlier. So again, here we only show incremental scope for the data manager API. These are on top of the already given access to this account APIs or access other accesses, and the privacy policy of course shows everything for whatever access we are providing. So after consent, we read the user's audience lists. For each list, we display the segment name, size, type. For example, customer match versus rule based, and where match rate data is available. the percentage of the user's CRM list that Google was able to match to its users. We use this to give the user actionable advice, which lists are large enough to target, which need re-uploading because match rates have decayed, and which campaigns each list should be applied to. So here is like, they would be able to see the segments, total users, and average match. Here's where they can upload the CSV or add raw data here and then upload it. The data manager scope also enables the upload feature, of course. As I showed you, users can upload a CSV, as I said, of custom emails or phone numbers, which we hash client side before transmission and submit to Google's data manager API to create or update a customer match audience. We never store the raw uploaded file, never store unhashed PII data, and never share this data with third parties. So we whatever data we collect, other than, like, we don't even collect PII, unhashed PII, but like whatever data we collect, we never share it with third parties. The hashed identifiers are sent directly to Google's API and discarded after submission. So as per Google's compliance, SHA 256 hashed is in the browser. So I'm gonna upload my own customer from my own this application. So again, here is where, like, we also show the Google's match policy, which complies with overall Google's policies, and then we'll upload it. So this is sending one hash contact to the API. I believe I already sent this email, so let's see what happens. So while this is going on, to summarize the data handling across all three scopes, Tag Manager data is read-only, used to generate diagnostic reports for the same users and not retained beyond a 24-hour cache. Merchant Center data is read-only, used to confirm the account link and preview the product catalog, and is not retained beyond the user session. Data manager data is read for displaying audience information, and write access is solely for uploading hashed CRM data the users explicitly provides. We never store unhashed PII at any point. All three it failed actually. So all three scopes follow the same pattern, requested only when needed, explained clearly to the users before consent, and easily revocable. None of the scopes are used for advertising to third parties, building user profiles outside the user's own Google Ads account, or any purchase other than the specific features shown. Our privacy policy at um, so our privacy policy at ClickCatalyst, digital slash legal forward slash privacy, list each of the scopes. Each of the scopes and explains the data practices in detail. Thank you for reviewing.